I have three more questions for you.
Okay.
Was it hard when the WCW guys came in, workload wise? And do you feel that you were given the appropriate amount of time to work on everyone's theme? Because it happened so fast.
Well, a number of, well, actually not that many kept their themes, but I guess WWE is always, the culture of WWE, in my opinion, always moves too fast. I always I've always thought that everything would be better if it was a little, if there was a more prudent timing and planning. But at the same time, there is a magical energy sometimes to having to do things that you don't think you can do, but there were certainly other times I remember where the timing of having to produce music really, really fast was worse than the WCW infusion days.
Like when?
I think the toughest on me was when we were doing the WBF, the World Bodybuilding Federation, and so I just was inundated kind of at the last minute when everyone had decided where this thing was going and how it was going to be presented, and kind of characters were established, and then we knew, once the characters established, you can start putting music together. And looking back on that seemed like just a, just one of those, I'm sleeping 2 hours a night and just a constant battle trying to get everything put together in time for the show.
How many, I just accidentally found this piece out, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Ernest the Cat Miller and Brodus Clay have the same theme song. How did that work? And was there ever situations where you had like a superstar who messed up and they were not with the company no more and you guys recycled a song?
Oh yeah, things have been, Kurt Angle's theme was originally for some other guy. I've forgotten.
Is that Del Wilkes?
I don't remember, but maybe called The Patriot or something like that.
Yeah, The Patriot. Yeah, Del Wilkes.
And so that was written back then, and then Kurt Angle came on the scene, and
whose
boom.
idea is it to
recycle?
Yeah.
I think it. I would say, generally speaking, it's. Well, I don't know because I'm not that process. It's.
So they come to you and say, "Hey, we have Cody here."
No, very rarely did that happen. Occasionally it would be, "Hey, do you have anything laying around? We've got a new guy who's coming in, and we need something." Literally in the next 5 minutes. So. But those kind of things often happened the night of the event, when someone's suddenly going to debut, and Kevin Dunn, the executive producer, would probably make that decision in the truck that night. So, and other times it probably is more thought out. I don't know. I just, for the most part, wasn't part of that process. So I don't really know how it worked most of the time.
How are your kids? Is any of your kids into music? Is that something you share with them?
Not particularly.
No?
No. Not a major factor.
Nice.
Yours?
Go ahead.
You said your kid plays?
No, my son, he plays football. He likes music though. Me and my son, like, that's one of the things we have in common, and we always put, well, you know, in the past couple of years, he has my phone, and he'll just go on YouTube and play theme songs, right?
Uh-huh.
And anytime it's not you, he always goes, "Nope, not this one, not this one, Dad." And it's cool because he tells me, like, I ask him, "Hey, who's your favorite musician?" He goes, "Jim Johnston." Jim Johnston. And it was like, he was like, "Oh, Dad, you got to tell him that Julian Amoroso loves him." Like, I told him it was a big deal between me and him. You know, I came home after I got the confirmation on Friday, and I said, "Jules, the biggest thing in the world happened today." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Jim Johnston's gonna." He said that we can interview him. He was like, "You're lying. He would never say that." And then I had to get and open my emails and show him.
Don't you know you love when kids say something so loving to their parents, which basically implies, "Dad, he would never give an interview to someone as cool as you."
Asshole.
You know, he's only going to go on the Today Show. I mean, come on. You know, don't lie to your own son. My God, have some class. Well, you can tell him that you are much cooler than he yet knows.
Well, that's hopeful.
Yeah.
My last question for you, Jim, is what have you learned? You know, what have you learned through your 30-year journey? What have you learned through for other musicians? You know, in the music business, like what is the, if you had to give one piece of advice that people know you for forever and ever, you know, like Einstein and his theory of relativity, what would you say? Because you're one of the few brilliant minds of music left on Earth, and eventually, you know, we're gonna want to know what was in your head. What would you say?
Well, I can't. But hitting the what to me are the obvious high points are always try to do the right thing. It will serve you. It'll be the most selfish thing you can do because it will serve you best in the end, even though you might want to do something different for what you perceive as a short-term gain. The short-term gain won't be worth it. Work really hard because anything worth doing will not come that easily. It'll be hard, and it is the reason that few people become really successful at what they want to do. Always do your best to take the high road, because if there's just no winning to get down in the dirt with someone. You're just going to get dirty yourself, and you'll feel bad about it later. And it's best to just try to hold your head high and just walk away from the trouble, and don't trash people. There's nothing to be gained. And I guess it's the last one that. Sorry, give me a second.
No problem.
Well, it went in and out of my head. But
it happens to all of us.
I think it's just really comes down to just don't try to be a good person. Be a good person. You know, try to help other people when you can and when they need help, and it will pay huge dividends to yourself if just being a good person to those around you, because it will come back on you manyfold. Whereas being an asshole will come back on you almost immediately in negative ways, and you will live a life of one-time deals with people because they just won't want to do business with you again. And that means in a business standpoint, it also means in a friendship and relationship standpoint that, hey, I thought he was a good guy and he turned out to be an idiot. It's just no upside. It's curious that the things that so many people don't want to do because they feel like it's kind of giving away their power or something are, in fact, at the end of the day, the most selfish thing you could possibly do for yourself, because it will just bring you good energy, and it will your life will gravitate to other good people. It's just the way the world works. And if you act like an idiot, the world's energy is going to draw you to other idiots.
Ain't that true?
Yeah, and there are plenty to be drawn to. So,
true.
To avoid them. Yeah.
Well, Jim, I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
Oh
for
my
the
God!
time.
Thank you. It's been just really, some interviews feel like an interview. This feels like just a nice chat, getting to know someone. So it's been a treat. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking.
Well,
and
thank you.
Get me your email. I want to send you this piece. See what you think of that.
All
even
right.
though it may be the kind of stuff you're typically listening to, or the kind of stuff you associate with me. And I appreciate the PJ Bloom introduction. That would be great. I'd love to meet him.
All right. Well, this week I will. I'll set up the introduction, and I'll send him your stuff. If there's ever anything you need, if you have any questions or need help marketing, I will do whatever it takes to help you.
Oh my God, Tim, I really appreciate that. And
no problem.
What makes me most appreciate it is that, oftentimes people will say stuff like that, but I just hear in your voice that you actually mean it, and just that alone is really incredibly nice, and it's not something that happens a lot. So I'm very grateful. It's very nice to hear.
Well, and I want you to know that I love you and thank you for what my life wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for you.
Oh my God! Oh, that's embarrassingly above my pay grade to be there. But hey, thanks for asking me for the interview. And if there's anything more you need, just reach out. Okay.
Will do. Thank you very much, buddy. And I wish you all the luck. And I'll write you an email within the next hour.
Great. Thanks, Tim.
All right. Thank you, bud. Bye-bye. 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 Bud. Bye-bye.